in my trip.
Yeah. Also your trip and also your day today.
Yeah. Today I was on my way from back to Chengdu because I was thought sorry I like to apologize for that day. I just missed our conversation because actually I was thought I was still in my friend's hometown to attend her wedding. I was thought maybe I can I have uh I have spare time to have conversation with you, but actually that day I was so busy because I me and one another friend have to decorate the room of the bride's house of the bride's room. Yeah, the how to say wedding room. Yeah, so we are so busy. I totally forgot our topic, our conversation thing until you sent me marriage. And actually I back to hotel at it's already exceeded the 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I totally get that because last time I also did that
Yeah.
mistake or something.
Yeah, so sorry. I just realized maybe it's because I'm too greedy. I just thought maybe I can handle all the things in one day.
Yeah. I totally get that. Yeah. So
Okay.
how was your trip in Guangzhou? Did you try the delicious food?
Yeah. I went to a restaurant to taste the how to say the morning tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, the food is so gorgeous, so delicious. Yeah, I it even amazed me, because I've never tasted the food, the cuisine, like that. The flavor is so abundant.
Yeah. But it didn't spice, but it isn't spicy.
Yeah, yeah, it's light. And my friend can't stand with the light food anymore because she like spicy food. So the days when we stay in Guangdong province, she felt desperate because she really likes eat a spicy food. She likes to eat food with high how to say um
Calorie.
salt. Yeah, salt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
got that.
so so yeah, so she can't stand with the food are too light.
Me too.
Yeah,
And
it's not suitable to for her taste.
yeah, I totally me too because when I was in Guangdong province, I always be invited have have the morning tea, but I think it's not it's so light and I need to uh, ask the waitress to provide me the spicy sauce so I can have some spicy flavor on this
Yeah,
morning tea.
just like my friend.
Yeah,
Basically, we went to every restaurant. She would ask for spicy sauce.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah, and the restaurant I really recommend you to have a try because that restaurant the material of the food are so fresh. Yeah, and I think the chef is really good at cooking and has has a very sensitive tongue because the flavor is so abundant. It has several layers of flavors.
Really? What's the name of
Yeah.
that restaurant?
永利饭店.
Yeah. How much did you cost on the meal?
Yeah, it's very cheap. Besides, it only cost us 149 yuan.
Yeah.
But we have tasted five. We have ordered 5 dishes.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And I really recommend a dish called 牛腩啫啫包. I forgot the total name, but it's like that. Yeah, it's made of beef and with 肠粉.
oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
so it's so delicious. It's
Mm,
so palatable.
yeah. And I think the Guangdong morning tea is very delicate. I think because
Yeah,
it's
that,
very
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. It's delicate, but yeah, yeah. The actually the amount of the food is 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 enough. Is a lot.
Yeah, because
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, it's unlike the other, morning tea restaurant. This one provides a larger plate with um more amount with more amount. Yeah.
yeah, and most of the dishes are staple food, right? 主食 staple food.
Oh yeah. Actually, you can order some food that is not stapled.
Mm-hmm.
Are not staple. Like another dish I really recommend is 鸭脚渣,怀旧鸭脚渣. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's made of duck's feet,
Yeah.
made of a duck's feet. Yeah, and it has a tofu around it, and inside the tofu there is a 芋头. I don't know the English name. There's a 芋头, and 芋头 had absorbed all the juices. So it tastes so good.
Okay, I will try, but with some spicy sauce. Taro. Okay. Mm.
Okay. So until now, you still can't accustomed with the food, the light food there.
Yeah, I need to. I need to have. I need to mix with some chili. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
and but it's can. But we have to admit that the Guangdong food is very delicious because it contains it just shows the original flavor of the food. I think that's the point. Why it attracts so many people to enjoy their foodie. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. We had taste. We also went to the famous street,
Hmm.
which had been recommended by a lot of influencers.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, there are a lot of snacks on the street, and we tasted some of it, but we are not being surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it tastes good and fresh, but we just don't be surprised. But the only restaurant that surprised me is the one I recommended to you.
Yeah, and there is a phenomenal that the real delicious restaurant that can't provide good service, you know, in Guangzhou province.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you just
But yeah, that's true. We went to a restaurant, which is famous for a cuisine of a fish, made of fish, and we sit there, and there are a lot of uh waiters, which how to say waitress which
mm-hmm,
is there, but they ignored us. We want to order, and we asked them to come over, but they just said wait. But they are just stand there, just talk to each other,
mm-hmm.
chat with each other, and yeah, don't come here to help us to order. So I just wonder why they did that. And so we browsed the the comments of this restaurant, and we saw some comments said they also encountered the same condition. um, maybe it's because only the leader or the manager of the restaurant have the rights to order for the guests, for the
Yeah,
customer. So I just feel confused. I was confused about that.
it's very normal. It's a normal situation in Guangdong province,
Yeah,
especially
I
they
think it's a waste of labor. um yeah, they just stand there doing nothing, just chat with each other, but they can't come over to help us order the food.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah. Uh, but in my memory, I think these waiters are very busy in restaurant. But they also can't provide the good because they are famous for their food, not famous for their service, and they have
yeah,
their.
that's true.
They're very busy. They're very busy, so they don't need to spend more staff to provide good service for you. They just
Yeah,
provide you the food.
yeah, you remind me of a restaurant I've heard. We went to Shunde once.
Yeah,
um yeah, maybe when I was working in Shenzhen. um So we plan to go to that restaurant, but we read the comments. It said the how to say the manager of that restaurant, or the holder of that restaurant, is really, how to say,
brute.
rude. You know, yeah, brutal. He treats consumers really bad. He's so impatient. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I she's very impatient, and even a customer want to ask some questions about the food, or how what does he had anything to any recommendation, he will yell at the customer. So I didn't go to that restaurant because I was afraid being yelled by him.
yeah. Especially in some old famous restaurant that happens a lot. Because
Yeah,
yeah, not yelled, but we can see some good service with smile, which is that can be happen or just happen
yeah.
of a little. Yeah, but the food are really really good. But the
Yeah,
food is really good.
yeah, but it must be really, really good. Otherwise, it can't, cover the, how to say, bad mood you get from that restaurant,
Yeah, yeah.
or you get from that terrible service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Eh,
Yeah.
uh, I want to share with you some news of mine. I just I just booked the ticket to Philippines, and
Okay.
I want to try the free dive.
Okay. Wow. You already how to say uh upgrade to a more difficult level.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
booked.
so free dive you don't wear snorkelers, right?
I don't need to. Don't need to. Mm,
Bring oxygen tank.
yeah. I don't need to bring that. I just use.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe just try to use our. I try to use my breath skills, so I can dive into the
So you
ocean.
have so you have to hold your breath.
Yeah. Hold my breath into the ocean and to dive 50 meter or
Dive
you.
as long as you can. Well,
Yeah,
that sounds challenging.
yeah. So I will try because today I just paid the money for that, and I think challenge if I need to do something exciting experiences. So I want to share
Wow,
with you.
that's cool. That's cool. You're really adventurous, you know. You like to you're really adventurer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like to take risks.
Um. Yeah, and every time I did that, my the uh, ocean
Adrenaline
adrenaline will
release. Yeah.
will extrude. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it can
and
definitely spark your adrenaline.
yeah, so there may be 2 weeks we can't have our barbecue, because I to travel and and
Okay,
enjoy.
okay, great. But maybe the next time I see you, you can talk a lot about your trip.
Yeah, because there are many informations that many information said that the Philippines isn't safe. So
Why?
I'm not sure because maybe because there are some people
You mean
who
the ocean is not safe, or the
the Philippine country.
so you mean the security uh
Yeah. Just some news from the internet said that because maybe the parity or maybe something under the robbery or something happens a lot in
okay.
Philippines. So you in the capital capital of Philippines, Manila, you can see many guards with their many equipped arms guards, uh, police with their guns, police equipped with
Why? So because it's due to because of the unsteady politics, or the government is lacking some power to keep the security,
yeah, maybe I'm still not sure, but I
or
will
the
try.
discrimination of Chinese people. I don't know.
Not that, just the unsteadily of their society, I think.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
So just take care of yourself. Be careful.
yeah, I
I
will.
heard that I heard that in Philippine people can take shoot, right?
Yeah, so I
People
want to.
can,
I also want to
yeah,
try.
yeah. I think that would be a great experience.
Yeah, and it's very cheap. I think. Wow, that deserves to all try.
Okay. Yeah. Great. That's great.
Yeah, when my travel, I will share with you.
Okay. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I don't know what would happen. I think it's a very yeah, how to say, bold trip.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will fly to Manila on fifth, on fifth, first, first February.
4th February. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's very close, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So you are with your boyfriend?
How long?
You're just alone? Wow. You are so cool. So why don't bring your boyfriend? Because he has no interest.
No, because it's Lunar year and he's the child, only child for his family, so he needed to go back home.
Okay. Wow, you are so cool. You just went there alone. You just yeah, decided to go there alone.
Yeah, I have brother. If I die, I have brother. You know.
Wow. Yeah, you think too far.
Yeah, that's okay. I totally got that. You know. That's so trap. And if every time I try something like that, I have the prepare for any risks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
Okay,
great.
so your topic.
Yeah. Okay, how about this time you start with our topic?
Yeah, I uh
What
I
country did you choose?
yeah I choose the South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. Okay.
Yeah, it's a country, and
Yeah, the country's name, right?
the country's name South Africa.
Okay.
And these days, I just tried to have some English oral class online, and my English teacher is also from the South Africa, and I just asked some questions from him, and I know the South Africa. You know the South
So
Africa.
your English speaking teacher from South Africa.
Yeah, from South Africa, and
Okay.
you know this country is surrounded by India. This country
It
is
is sorry to interrupt. Is his official language is the official language of his country is English?
yeah, he speak English. Actually,
Okay.
this country has 11 languages.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the South African is surrounded by the India and the Atlantic Ocean. You know the way, and the captain will also said maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, and there is a very interesting thing that is South Africa has three capitals. Well, we most
Oh,
hear.
okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting. We always heard that the captain was the capital of South Africa. Actually, it's only his legislative capital, and it also has the South Africa also has his judicial capital, and also has his administrative capital. The judicial capital was named Brom Bromforten, and the other administrative capital was the Pretoria. And because you know each country's embassy is located in the administrative capital. So the Pretoria, it is internationally recognized as the capital of South Africa. Yeah,
Okay.
And this is the first interesting thing that the South Africa has three capital, and the second interesting thing I think is
Why
really
they set so much? Yeah, why they set so much? So many capitals in their country.
yeah, I guess because you know there are some colonial history of South Africa, and there are many different politician party of South Africa. Uh, we normally we always hear that the South Africa has two kind color people. The most two kind color people, the white people, right, and also the white Wales people, and also the poor and black people. And because of the different colored people are mixed, and um, they have derived more politician parties, and maybe because of the history marched for so many years. They tried to establish the different capitals to stable their power. I'm not so sure, but I think maybe that's all part of the reason, because the segregation exists in South Africa for so many years, and the
What is segregation?
segregation 就是种族的那个种族隔离
Okay.
apartheid also segregation.
Okay, segregation. Okay.
Yeah, segregation. Uh, you know, I read the map. The South African, just the inner part, are full of poor black man, and the outside, the external region are all surrounded by white people, and the white people just want to exploit the minor resource, and to gain their wealth from this country. And so after so many years, many white people just settle down here, and uh, have their generations, and created their culture in this land. And before 2012, the South Africa's GDP exceeded China. The
Okay.
average GDP exceeded China, and it also the developed country in South Africa, in the African continent, and it totally uh, so this place, South Africa, the life is sometimes better than the life standards than European lifestyle.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so many white people want to spend their life in South Africa, and spread their culture. And this is the second thing. And also I want to share with you that I uh, there is another we call the South African rainbow country. uh, yeah, because there have in South Africa there have so many colored people. The main color is black and white, but after so many years developing, there are some different. I just told you they have 11 official languages. So there are most this country are consisted of different race people, and so many Chinese and Japanese and Brazil European people just came to South Africa. And so there has different color people, maybe some a little black and oh totally black. you know did you hear the talk show talk show famous people called Norwa? Oh,
Oh, Noah. Yeah, I
yeah,
know him. I like him.
yeah, the Trevor Noah even
Yeah.
talked about. Yeah, he even joked once in his talk show. He said, "You always said I'm the black people, but when I back to the South Africa, they didn't treat me as black people. They think me America. So which country should I belong, and which race should I belong?" He even joked about this because they have different color. There have so many colors in South Africa, and they don't think they just treat the totally black people as black people. So the Lova and the Beyonce and the Will Smith maybe just don't belong to the black people as they considered, as the original people
Oh, they
considered.
all from South Africa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Beyonce and
Even even the Beyonce.
yeah, I read from the YouTube. It said that Beyonce and the Will Smith becomes
Okay.
South Africa. Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, the English. Just now you asking me, the English is the first language choice in South Africa because there are so many different race people. If they try, if they communicate in their languages, there are too many. There are 11. So they think the most common language is the English. Is the better way to communicate with each other, and also, when according to one study's definition, like middle class, there is an organization called ANC. The ANC is African. Let me say, the ANC is called African National Council，就是非洲民族会议 ANC.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
supported after the segregation ended, the ANC want to support its own economy. So because the South Africa has so many minor resources, and it even account for 50% of the Africa, and ranking fifth in the world by his resource mineral by its mineral resource. So you think many people can exploit mineral resource to get a bunch of money in South Africa. So after the segregation ended, the ANC just tried so many policies to support the country's economy, such as employ some black people to the white people's company, and responsible for some office job, and by to try to use this way um, to take to increase this company's whole economy, and and also in the 20 South Africa even hold the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
The FILA World Cup in 2010, because it was selected to host the World Cup, and it was also recorded by some movie. Some people just gathered in the stadium and cheered for the athletes, and it's very touch movie for the South Africa, because they did such an achievement in this continent. um, and at that time, at that period, the South Africa really had exceeded really had a growing economy in that period. And the black middle class grew from just 1.7 million to 4.2 million just in 80 years later. Just doubled in 80 years later of its black middle class. And this I told you before, at that time the average GDP even exceeded China. And
Okay.
yeah, so at that time, the South Africa really had a great time, and it hosted the World Cup, and also had many black middle
So
class.
so what consists of its primary revenue?
The minor resource.
Oh, minor resource. Okay.
Yeah, because before the segregation, just the white people to exploit the minor resource and gain their money. But after the segregation ended, uh, ANC just tried to the ANC just mm, landed so many mayors to make the black people to join in this economy, and to gather all countries' effort to bring this economy prosperity. Yeah, so
Yeah.
as yeah that.
Us. Yeah.
But after actually, before we start our topic, I watched the video of the South Africa. I was totally shocked by in South Africa there even has there are even lack of electricity. They will have the blackout for 20 for the each year. Last year, in 2022, yeah, in 2022, they even have two 200 days out of electricity. 200.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think I can understand. In such in nowadays we have a country in the world, we have a country that lack of electricity, and even up to 200 days they will experience they will use the candle or something, and some refrigerators kind of work. They always out of electricity, so they can't just preserve the food. And so many last year, or the Chongqing and the Sichuan also out of electricity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and many factories can work, so they can produce. They don't have the productivity. They don't have the productivity, so they can't just
Productivity.
yeah, they don't have the productivity, and they can't produce the GMV, right?
Yeah.
Just a period, just a month. But in South Africa, it's 200 days of 1 year. So their industry can't work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There even one third of unemployment rate in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, before in 2012, they can get money from the resource, right? But
Yeah.
nowadays they can't get money from the mineral resource because they don't have enough electricity to make the whole industry
So
work.
so how does their electricity come from in the past when they are very rich?
they have they have the ability to produce their electricity, but you know, I guess the CEO of the electricity company was a black man, well, was a white man, and he maybe take some jobs, maybe take some missions to make these systems not work. When he was resigned yesterday, when he was resigned last year, he even he even be someone just gave just slipped uh some 塞央就是化物塞央那 let me check that cyanide. Cyanide. Someone just slipped some cyanide into his glass. Want to? It's very lethal for his life because many black people hate him because when he was when he was on his position, he just didn't do some useful work for this company, and he just sent some money. The corruption really exists, and he just do send money to some people, and never did lack of management of this company. So this company just don't have enough electricity to provide for this country, and
Okay.
yeah. So
So
I think
it just fall from a very high level GDP to a very poor situation.
yeah. It just the radio just said it's because of the CEO of the electricity company did corruption and the lack of management. So the company didn't provide enough electricity for this for this country. But I think it's totally a conspiracy, because when I say the people was right, when I say the CEO is right, is the right people, and I think such a thing he didn't do well, because in 10 years ago, the country have the country have the ability to provide the electricity, but 10 years later, the company don't have equipped they don't have the equipment, because the equipment can't produce, and it's not the upgrade equipment. So they just leave it. They just make it happen, and they just use the money to do some corruption works, not improve the equipment of this company. So I think maybe it's conspiracy. But they don't want to develop the South Africa by some way, and the South African is also the South Africa has its own developing the nuclear ability, but it's South Africa is only one country who voluntarily to destroy the uh, nuclear uh, ability. I'm
Nuclear. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it says that the South Africa is only one country who succeeded developed the nuclear weapon, but voluntarily to develop the nuclear weapon country.
Okay, so this government is, very assertive, very reliable. They did something they had, yeah, been asked.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's because the Americans pressure, you know.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah,
So, but America haven't give up all his nuclear ability.
yeah. But uh, American want to, the South Africa has the elements for has so many risk for elements for developing nuclear weapons. So the American want to use that and don't want to. The South Africa has the self defense ability. I think that's why.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm kind of angry, when I say the South African don't have electricity demand, they don't have electricity supply in nowadays. And maybe after the CEO resigned last year, the ANC would promoted another people to change the situation, but not it will spend a lot time, because in the past 10 years, the South Africa just have many national debates, and even up to 85 national debates.
Okay, so I just wonder. So actually, the situation in South Africa is precarious, right?
Precarious. What precarious?
Precarious means not unsteady.
Yeah. Precarious, not steady.
Okay, so who cut their electricity supply?
Not anyone cut, just
They just
uh
don't generate anymore.
yeah, because if they want to.
But why they have? But how they generate their electricity, by nuclear or by hyper, hydration or something like that, or some how to say, fossil fuels, fossil
mm,
energy.
yeah, uh I'm not so sure, but it just said because uh of the basic instructure systems. mm, okay. Let me check that, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, they just use the full coal resource to produce electricity, and
For what?
full coal 就是煤.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's fossil fuel.
yeah. First, uh, and it just said that it's because they don't their infrastructure is aging, and also shortage of
Infrastructure is aging.
就是老
Oh,
化.
so they didn't, maintain
Uh,
the devices or.
yeah. Wait me 1 second. I need to grab my charger. My
Okay.
Back.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, yeah. So it's just because the plants that can produce electricity didn't work, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
Due to the lacking of maintenance of the plants or the
uh
devices.
yeah, it maybe from the we can say it's because the infrastructure aging and the shortage of the energy, and also by some destruction, just artificial destruction of the plant. But it's the original reason is because the company, the electrical company, uh lack of lack of management. 就是
Okay,
他的
but I think it's it's a very giant problem. Yeah, it can't just be covered by some flaws of the management. I guess I just doubt maybe are there some how to say there are there some gaming between between the races, or you know
yeah
they
you
just use some schemes to surprise the development of another part. I don't know.
you know in South Africa there is one company, it names Omikesma, or maybe the company I just said it's the company, uh Escom, ESKOM, the Escom. It can provide the 95% electricity of this country, but after the 10 years later, it occurred so many shortcut of the electricity. From
Mm.
it said that because of the aging, because of the infrastructure aging, or another something, but the real reason is they don't use the money to better equip the infrastructure. They don't invest the money on the infrastructure. They just use the money uh buy buy
But
the.
I just can't believe, are they just used up all their money,
Mhm.
so they can't separate a part of the revenue to invest on the infrastructure, or they just because it's just if you lacking of electricity, that will threat people's daily life.
Yeah, right. So I think
So
it's totally so I think it's a totally a conspiracy of America. You know, the CEO of this electricity company is a white man, and he didn't do anything related to management. He just bribery. He just use money to send money to some official person of this company. Maybe just a white man, maybe just a black man. I'm not so sure. There is a very there is a very strange thing, that the Wales district, maybe the valley district, they have they have enough, and they have well equipped security system. The West
yeah,
people, they live in Vela district, and they have enough electricity, and also they have well equipped security system. The security system would cost so many electricity, and it's very popular that the South African Wales people have their security positions. They will provide some security positions for some South African people because they want to be protected. So I think
Okay.
they just lend the resource to this wealth man, to this wealth white people. So they can do something to
So only white people can have electricity being provided.
the wealth people.
Okay.
Yeah,
The wealthy people, right?
the
Rich
wealthy,
people.
yeah, rich people.
Okay, because they pay higher expense on electricity. They
Mm,
can afford the electricity.
we can't get information about that. We just know that the company, the electricity company has the ability to provide the enough electricity for the whole country, but just the company just let it go and didn't do right thing and use the money to do some corruption things, not waste equipment.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think totally
That's
Americans conspiracy, not because of anything. 10 years, 10 years. I don't think if 10 years they don't think the company can make anything, they don't change the CEO.
yeah. I've read a history book
Mm-hmm.
about the European history.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, the European history. Uh, so it just elaborates the um why can Greece have the ancient Greece can have a prosperous history. Actually, we all know that ancient Greece is very developed at its time.
yeah.
Um, but actually, its um, prosperity is based on exploitation of slaves, and
Repeat
yeah,
of
and also the great ancient what
you said it's because the reputation of their slaves, right?
exploitation,
What?
exploitation.
哦，就是开发剥削吗？
Yeah, exploitation of slaves. The ancient Greece is famous for the its freedom,
Yeah,
famous for its free speech environment and circumstance. So, but actually, at in ancient Greece, uh, every family has flames basically. So, actually, their freedom are based on the exploitation of other races. So actually, I guess the Americas prosperity is also like very similar to the ancient Greece. Even the some free speech circumstance culture, right? So I guess because the resource of the world um, is rare. So so if a country have to be the the strongest one in the world, they have to exploit other countries. You know, actually we are like this, like we are other countries. The citizens of other countries are like the slaves of America because they are, yeah, because the the America's um the blooming economy of America actually based on exploitation of the all the other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually it's a coincidence. Its prosperity is a coincidence. Not all the country has the power that um can not at the beginning of the history, the actually America is cannot just become a powerful country just by itself. It also has some coincidence that contributed to its prosperity. So yeah, I think being a American citizen is very lucky because
Yeah.
yeah, they have they are born to have privilege.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
some of my colleagues, they just have their baby in America when they are pregnant, when they're pregnant, when they're pregnant, right?
pregnant. Yeah,
They will fly to America and have their baby in American, so their baby can have the American's nationality. So, and also they can choose to continue their Chinese nationality. So I think, wow, that's very smart. So maybe that would be a good choice for me also. But I still consider
but
about
that will cost a lot of money, and I don't know if that is illegal. I don't know if that's legal because in Hong Kong, people are pregnancies are abandoned, are are banned to go to Hong Kong.
Yeah, but in America, it allowed. I asked some colleagues of mine. It says that, but you need to get the visa first. If you get the visa first, you can fly to America. Even you are pregnant when you enter the uh marine 海关 marine. Let me check that. Yeah, when you enter the customs will know that, so they will send you go. And I also asked how much does it cost. It said the if you have just have a birth, it's not expensive. My colleague just spent 200 about $2,000 for for his baby. But what
Okay.
cost is when you after after you have the baby and birth, you need to have a place to live, right? Because
Yeah.
yeah, so you need
So the
to.
lead cost is the primary budget.
Yeah, so that part will cost
Yeah.
almost maybe 200不20万到30万。嗯，yeah
Dollars.
yeah. Well, no RMB
The
RMB.
total.
Yeah, total. Total maybe just five 5,000 $50,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
the
I
problem is, so their baby have the nationality of America, but does the baby have to grow up in America, or
No, they
came
can
back to
China.
China, and after he was being or he or she was being raised up, and he came back, fly back to the American to find a job.
Like that. When your baby birthed in America, you can take him back to China, and also you can have the Chinese nationality for your baby, so your baby can have two nationality, right? So
Yeah,
when
but that's yeah, but I've learned that I've learned some information about our legislation. China is a country that don't allow people have two nationalities. Either you give up your own nationality, or you choose, yeah, or
that
you choose to stay.
that part will be happened in after your baby grows up to 18 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so when your baby grows up to 18 years old, you can choose to give up or which nationality.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
that's a gray area that people can take a try.
Yeah, my colleague, I have two colleagues did that, and they highly recommend me to try that. But I think okay, you think maybe 50,000 dollars is okay for you, but as for me, I think it's I need to consider about that. I don't know what it take back to me. So maybe 1 or 2 years. I have talked with my boyfriend, but we should figure out how we can get the visa first.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the visa is hard to get, especially the US.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so
I'll just start my part. So I like to talk about the country Zambia.
mm-hmm,
Zambia is actually located in the center of Africa. It's not, but it's still belong to the South Africa. But it's more in the middle.
mm-hmm,
It's near the middle of the Africa, and it is bordered with 8 countries. So it's a landlocked country. It doesn't uh adjacent to any oceans. Yeah, it has been totally surrounded by the land, other countries' land. And so it is bordered by Congo and Tanzania and Malawi, uh, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, and Botswana, and Namibia. So actually, the Zambia's name um, is it's a range of of its name um, comes from a river called uh, Zamba Zambezi River. Zambezi River. The Zambezi River flows through the border between Zimbabwe and Zambia. It's the longest river flow into the Indian Ocean, and from Africa's flew into the Indian Ocean, and it's the longest river, the longest river in African continent. The official language of of Zambia is English, and it also have other 73 uh, languages. So in school, people have to learn other 3 languages. So I think it's very difficult. I think it can be very stressed out for the students study in Zambia because they have to learn seven languages in school. Um, but only two of them are used very often, like Bimba and Nyanja. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's and actually the area of its continent is three times the size of UK, and it's a little bit larger than the Texas state in the US. Um, so in Zambia, the the how to say Zambezi River. So it was named by the Zambezi River. Along the Zambezi River, there's a very famous uh, waterfall called Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls is one of the seven wonders of the world of the natural world. So, and it's also the most famous one in Africa. It's located in both Zambia and Zimbabwe. Um, and it's also a home. And this waterfall is also a home to Devil's Pool. Actually, it's why the name is Devil's Pool because it looks very. The water flows very fast and it looks very dangerous. If you swim into it, it's not that dangerous. It's not that dangerous. It's just because the the water underneath the this river look are very fast runs very fast, but actually people can safely swim into the river, but just in a specified period. And It also has the largest man-made river, a man-made lake in the world, called Kariba. Kariba can provide is Kariba can also provide electricity to both Zimbabwe and Zambia. So actually, like you said before, maybe South Africa could borrow some electricity from Zambia because electricity is one of the main export products in Zambia. So I just wondered why South Africa, the government of South Africa, can't find electricity within so many days because they have other countries that are bordered with them can provide electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also okay. I guess I can figure out why because you still need infrastructure to build the linking between the countries so you can transfer electricity. And also even the lake is man-made, but it also has a very complete ecosystem. So you can find hippo hippopotami, uh, hippopotami 河马 and hippopotami and the Nile crocodile in the lake. And also the fishing industry is very popular in this river in this lake. Um, Actually, I've never in my cognition, I haven't thought that a man-made lake can have ecosystem. I just thought it's just a for viewing. Actually, it can also provide electricity and has a very thriving ecosystem. So that's astonished me. And the main export product in Zambia is copper. So actually, the Zambia has the capital city of Zambia is Lusaka, and Lusaka. So the most of the population is concentrated in Lusaka and another province called Copperbelt Province. So I guess the Copperbelt Province is the name of the Copperbelt Province comes from its main export, copper, but it's not but it's the second the second how to say it just export the second largest copper producer in Africa. The largest one is Congo. Yeah, is Congo. The weather in actually in the weather in Zimbabwe, Zambia, there are only three distinct weather in Zambia. One is hot and dry season from mid-August to mid-November, and one is the wet and rainy season from mid-November to April, and the cool and dry season from May to mid-August. So it only has three distinct seasons. And also the Zambia can another main product is exported product is gemstones. You know, the one that can use to make accessories, jewelries. Yeah, the gemstones. So
那水晶啊，
宝石 gemstones. Let me check. 应该是宝石吧 Yeah, gemstones. So so it has also been it has also been colonized by British, and it got its independence in 1962. Okay, that's all the information I learned from the learned from the this country. But I guess but also the Zambia is also suffered from an economic problem because the price because in the mid 1970s the price of the copper just dropped, plummeted. So and which copper is the principal export in Zambia. So the total revenue of the government had reduced a lot. So
the copper is bone, right? Oh, copper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not a very developed country because I think even like you said in Africa country are highly relied on the natural resources, but these resources can be used up one day. So
Yeah.
even they didn't suffered some some economic troubles before, they could still encounter some problems of their government revenue, because they don't have other industry to support their economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just I think finally they would suffered from the declining of their economy.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, and I just found it's not how to say, I just found a regular I just found a rule, countries called some republic are always poor, are often poor country,
But,
I don't know.
but
Oh,
we also can call the China Republic, right?
oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, but I just found, a lot of country that cause something republic are always, in developed country.
Yeah, you need to call kingdom or states.
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah, the United Kingdom, the United States, the Netherlands. Yeah.
I still think it's because they are racist. Mm,
Yeah, I just thought maybe because, you know, the republic means the country has several regimes, right? Yeah, contains several regimes. So maybe that's a reason that the country is not is precarious. The situation in the country is precarious,
yeah,
unstable. So yeah, but in States, it also has several you know several regimes, right?
regimes.
Other parties.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but I think the black people country always be poor. I think.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Yeah,
exactly,
but
but
I don't know. Yeah, but you said South Africa had once exceeded the China, so I just that also surprised me, because I've never thought a country that in
yeah,
Africa.
you remind me of that. They said because the 2012, that year the currency rate has changed. So after the rate changed, China exceeded.
Currency rates.
Yeah, yeah, 货币. You
Okay.
said because the copper dropped, copper price dropped down,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, drop down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the same year, but it says that after that year, the currency rate shift. So they just after that year, China exceeded the average of South Africa.
Which year?
2012.
2012. Oh, okay. But the yeah in Zambia, the price of copper dropped in very early, in, earlier time. Uh, yeah, it dropped at. Let me check. I remember it's in mid 90s, 19s. Yeah, mid 19s.
南非兰特贬值太
Okay.
Okay, so maybe it's a little late. Maybe we
Yeah. We could talk later.
so
We could have conversation too back.
yeah. So I think what's our next topic? Let's make the appointment.
Maybe we could talk about how to
No,
say
not the topic. The date. We need to.
the date.
Yeah.
Let's see. When will you came back?
Maybe
When
the
will
7th
you come back?
day or maybe the 24th.
24th.
Yeah.
17.
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe the 17.
Yeah. We first make this day by.
How many days will you go for your trip?
Maybe I will spend 9 days in Philippines, and I will fly.
9 days in Philippines. You alone?
Yeah, and I will fly back to Chongqing for 5 days, so I can come back to
You
Shanghai.
have so many vacations.
I just asked my annual leave.
Oh, okay.
Annual 年假
Annual vacation,
annual leave. Yeah, annual leave.
annual leave. Okay, great.
Yeah, so uh, after I
Yeah,
say
that's great. Wow, that's so cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
that sounds
free.
appealing.
You are also free. You can enjoy your time as any you.
Yeah, but before I've finished my test.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the primary. Yeah, that's my top priority now. Yeah, all the time should set aside for preparing the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see
Yeah,
you.
hopefully. I think speaking English is very hard. It's very difficult because like we talking randomly. It's okay because we can only to make uh the other one understand what did we say, but for the test, there are so many restrictions. Not restrictions. You just have to be um, precise
Yeah.
and yeah, relative precise,
Yeah. It's
and
for the.
you have to know a lot of phrases that yeah, that's very hard.
I believe you can do a great job because I read some questions before. I think you can did a good job on that. It,
Okay, thank you. Hopefully. Okay,
yeah.
have a good trip.
Bye.
Okay, be careful uh, on your trip.
Yeah. I will. Bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye.